Shalom. Call Halal Yahweh, Bahashim Yahamashai, Bahashim Kodash. Double honors to the elder apostles and the elder bishops of GMS, including the elder that came before them that taught us this truth. And shalom and salutations to all the brothers out pushing the word and truth and in sincerity, the hopeful elect, Tabernacle of David. I'm the brother Yahshua. I'm back with the WW3 Daily Update. Salutations. Shalom to you as well. All right, so we're going to start right here in Joel 3. All right. Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles, prepare war. Wake up the mighty men, let all the men of war draw near, let them come up. Okay? Beat your plowshares into swords. Okay? And this sword here is talking about a knife or a dagger, if you will, or an ICBM nuclear missile. And your pruning hooks into spears. Spears, same thing. Okay, a weapon of war, a killing instrument. Let the weak say, I am strong. Okay, well, guess what? Assemble yourselves and come, all ye heathen, and gather yourselves together round about. All right, thither cause their mighty ones to come down, O Lord. All right, so we're watching the assembling. We're watching the preparation of war. We're watching the weak Belarus say to NATO that I'm strong. Okay? Why is Belarus suddenly strong? Because Russia just gave them a whole bunch of nukes. Set them right there. All right? So let's watch this. It's your boy, the NY Prepper, 6 hours ago. This is how fast this thing is moving. Everybody's watching Gwyneth Paltrow and Donald Trump, right? And being distracted away from what? Nuclear weapons. The end of the world as we know it. All right? This thing is going on under everybody's nose and people are being distracted. Hey, where'd your money go? Nuclear weapons. Where'd your money go? Money's not going to mean anything when the world is on fire. And what would I, if it be already kindled? Slovakia. So let's watch this. Okay, this is 6 hours ago. What's going on right now? Nukes are being moved into position. Prepare war. Let the weak say I am strong. Russia's moving nuclear weapons to Belarus. Well, does Belarus have nuclear weapons? They do now. Okay.
What's going on, guys? It's Greg here, aka NY Prepper. It is Sunday, March 26th, 2023, and I have a red alert to share with you guys. We have some breaking news coming out of Ukraine. Apparently, Russia is going to be moving tactical nuclear weapons outside of its borders for the first time since the collapse of the USSR. So they're going to be moving some kind of unknown nuclear weapons to Belarus. So that is pretty significant, although I'm not super worried about it. A lot of people are panicking and they think that now all of a sudden Russia can strike Europe. And guys, whether the missiles or the nuclear weapons are in Belarus or whether they're in Russia, it doesn't really matter. They have weapons in Russia that can easily target anywhere in Europe. So whether they're in Belarus or in Russia, doesn't really matter. It's more of like a intimidation tactic and, to kind of show the West, oh yeah, okay, we can move nuclear weapons to your borders. It's kind of more of like a psychological move rather than anything solid. So I'm not super worried about it, but it is still significant because it's the first time since the collapse of the USSR that Russia has moved nuclear weapons outside of their borders. So I want to discuss that with you guys because it's pretty significant. We also have a situation developing in Armenia and the Azerbaijan area of the world. They are now possibly on the verge of going to war with each other over the Nagorno-Karabakh region, which is basically like a Russian breakaway region that used to be part of Azerbaijan, and Russia has troops there. So I want to update you on that. But before I get into all the news, I just want to mention something that really pissed me off, quite frankly. So there's been a lot of people on the internet that have been going after James.
Okay, we can stop that. All right, so the point is that while America sleeps, right, nukes are being moved into place. All right, and that's significant. What else?
Today we're going to talk about Deutsche Bank.
Slovakia. Let me get one more. Let's get old Travis. Come on, Travis, what you got? Okay. Putin moving. See how this thing works? The old internet, right, where you can't find anything except for conspiracy, is telling you what the hell is going on the other side of the world where nukes are being gathered, right? Now, Travis, this is 3 hours ago, right? So that your finger is on the pulse of what's going on, meaning now, right? The Prepared Homestead, the title reads, Putin moving nukes closer to NATO, right? That's significant. That trumps Gwyneth Paltrow. That trumps Trump. Get it? All right, what's going on? Trump is going to be just a small skirmish, a little civil war, a little race war right here in Babylon the Great. But these nukes, that's the end of the world as we know it. Nobody's paying attention to that. Oh, it's not going to happen. Yes, it is. What you got, Travis? Bring it out. You're going to say the same thing.
Hi folks, welcome to the Prepared Homestead. This is Travis. Thank you all for stopping by to watch. I know you just love the bumpiness. Some of you actually do. Some of you, it drives you nuts, but can't help it this morning. Busy morning. It's the day of our big monthly meeting for our region, and having to take some stuff over to the building that we meet at. Come back and get some more and get the family. A lot of things going on over in Europe. Did you see that Putin and Belarus has announced that they're putting nukes in Belarus? I'm sure that this is just going to escalate things more. Been all kinds of talk. We're back to where we were with the Cold War, but really I think worse. Where we're seeing both sides use nukes as a way to deter the other one. But I don't think, deterrence is going to happen. I don't think that we're already seeing obviously Russia with Ukraine, and then us pretty much doing a lot of the work with Ukraine, especially all the money. Where it's not the same thing, I believe, as the Cold War, where it was a stalemate. And both sides were saying, yeah, we have these nukes. If you try anything, we'll use them. Well, things have already been tried. Russia announced that they're sending 10 nuclear-capable planes into Belarus. They're going to be stationed there. That's getting them even closer to places like Poland, which is probably going to be a front line. I think that's why we put our base there. We just announced last week that we put a new permanent base in the front lines in Poland. So that's probably a good indicator there. Also saw that, and it was mentioned last night on our live stream, which if you missed that, sorry that you did. I think it went really well. We're trying some different things, and this week's live stream seemed to turn out better, at least in the technical sense. than last week. So we're trying to improve and try new things.
How about
and I
the
think it went
Knicks?
really well. Last night we streamed simultaneously on YouTube and Rumble. We may this next week do a couple of other places also. See if we can just, live stream on several places at once. So
Stay
we'll try
focused.
that.
Focus.
And we usually do those Saturday evenings. So if you missed it, that's a shame. But someone brought up in the chat comments about Kenyan president, and it is true. I looked it up. The Kenyan president gave a little speech, and he was saying that basically the U.S. dollar is done. It's collapsed. He said you better be pulling your money out. If you have, money in the U.S. dollar, you better be pulling it out. And he said, I'd say in the next 2 weeks we will kind of see what happens or the demise or things. I think he said the world will look very different in 2 weeks. Now
what?
a lot of you could say he's the Kenyan president. What would he know? Well, he is a world, he's a leader of his country, and he probably is privy to things that you and I aren't. And maybe he knows stuff. Maybe it's just all baloney. But, Africa has been becoming very close bedfellows with Russia, with China, and BRICS is getting pretty powerful, and I think we're going to see something fairly soon from BRICS, some new announcement or some new push forward. There's been several countries lining up, and the Fed and the Treasury here in the United States is doing everything they can to keep the U.S. dollar on life support.
That's all you need to know. Okay. What does money have to do, right, with the war itself? Well, all wars are bankers' wars, right? We've been saying that. We've been saying that for a while. What was the reason that America invaded Iraq? Do you understand that? Iraq, let's say Saddam Hussein H-U-S, Hussey, U-S-S-E-I-N, trades oil in what? In euros. How about that? E-U-R-O, euros. The reason that America invaded or attacked or destroyed Iraq because Saddam said, I'm going to trade my oil in euros instead of the dollar, which the dollar is the petrodollar or the world reserve currency, meaning all oil must be sold through the US dollar. So when he tried to go to euros, they attacked him. What does that mean with what's going on today? Okay. All wars are bankers' wars. Oh, you're moving off of the dollar? What did the Kenyan president say? The dollar's done. So what is America doing? America is lining up their forces, right, against anybody who wants to trade outside of the US dollar. Okay, let's look at this real quick and see what this should take us way back. Saddam abandons dollar for euro. Empire strikes. How old is this? 2011. Look at this. But November was when French and other Euroland members finally convinced Saddam to defy the U.S. by selling Iraq's oil for food not in U.S. dollars, the enemy currency as Iraq named it, but only in euros. Okay? This goes way back. This is why they invaded. Okay, way back. What exactly did Saddam want to trade, or why exactly did Saddam Hussein want to trade oil in euro? You can't do that. What happened to Gaddafi? Oh, I'm gonna make my own money over here, and I'm gonna do what the hell I. No, you're not. Okay? This is why wars are fought, right? The petrodollar. What happened after World War II? The petrodollar. Okay? It's about oil for US dollars. Now that's over. I believe it came to an end. The agreement, right, to trade oil in dollars came to an end, I believe, in 2019. Now you could do what the hell you want legally, right? But back then, during Saddam Hussein, before they killed him and drug his body through the street or whatever, they hung him, whatever they did. I think it was a statue they dragged through the street. But anyway, they were still under that trade agreement. Okay? And he was like, no, I'm going to do what I want. No, no, we're going to kill you. All right? To let you know, all right, what's going on over here. Now, what is BRICS? Okay? BRICS is simple. Okay? And BRICS is growing. BRICS. See what BRICS is. Wikipedia. Okay? BRICS is an acronym for the 5 leading emerging economies: Brazil, Russia, India, China, look at that, and South Africa, right? Now, what are they doing? They're about to trade oil in the currency that they want to, okay? And BRICS is growing. China and Iran. The term BRIC was originally developed in the context of foreign investment strategies. Investment in what? Oil. And what currency to do it with? In the aftermath of Yekaterinburg summit, the BRIC nation announced the need for a new global reserve currency. You understand that? You see that? That's everything. This is why wars, look at that. This is why wars are fought. They're like this. Basically, this is saying the BRICS nations are not going to trade oil in the dollar anymore, which the dollar was the global reserve currency, the petrodollar. It's about oil. It's about trade, and in what denomination, okay, you're going to trade it in. This is why wars are fought. Okay, so these are just some of the things that you have to understand. So, why is America, under the guise of NATO, under the guise of Ukraine, why is America sending so many dollars to the Ukraine? Because the dollar's failing and they're not going to use it to trade oil anymore. And if they don't shut down Putin, this is their last chance to prop the dollar up. Because once the dollar is no longer the reserve currency, world reserve currency, that's it for the United States. So they have to go to war. That's what's going on. All right. What were we going to get at the end? We're dealing with nukes, right? Nukes. Well, what's going to happen? What is going to happen? The nukes are going to happen. All right. What's going on with the monetary system all over the world right now? Well, they're trying to bring in a digital monetary system. They're trying to change everything up. And while that's going on, everybody's jockeying for position. China's like this, oh, we're the new man on the block. Get behind us. And Vlad is like this, get behind you, I got more nukes than you. Let's join forces, right? And let's get rid of them Yankees, right? Anyway, the culmination, right? Nukes, right? What do nukes do? Nukes is an elemental. It's the elements, right? Neutron, atomic, subatomic is dealing with the elements, creating nuclear fire. So where does that take us? Let's go to 1 Peter, 2 Peter, 2 Peter 3. The day of the Lord. 2 Peter 3 and 10, but the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, in which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise. That's them nukes right there. And the elements shall melt. That's them nukes with fervent heat. So what does this mean? The earth also and the works that are in shall be burned up. What does that mean? That means that them nukes were detonated. Okay? See these nukes? Putin moving nukes closer to. What is this saying? Okay? The day of the Lord, on the day of the Lord, them nukes are going to be shot off. This is what the Bible's telling you. Okay? How does the earth and the works that are therein be burned up? Okay? Let's read on. Seeing then that all these things shall be dissolved. What do you mean dissolved? The elements are going to melt. Concrete, right? Everything going to be clean dissolved, right? Seeing then that all these things shall be dissolved, right? What? Everything. The earth also and the works that are therein shall be burned up, clean dissolved. What manner of persons ought ye to be in all holy conversation and godliness? Okay? Looking for and hasting unto the coming of the day of the Most High, wherein the heavens being on fire, the heavens are the earth, on earth as it is in heaven. Okay? Everything gonna be on fire. Shall be dissolved, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. What is that? Let me show you what it's talking about. Let's see, let's go. Let's call it Sarah Connor. Nuclear blast. Images. Let's get an image of, this is it right here. Okay? The elements. This is a nuclear blast, and this is what's going to happen. Okay? All of this, when that blast goes out this way, all of this stuff is going to be just laid on the ground. There's going to be nothing left. It's going to lay everything down. Okay? First you have this, and then you have nothing. Everything going to be clean dissolved. Okay? That's what's being explained in the Bible. You got the mushroom cloud, and then the blast, and then the fire melting everything, melting the elements, melted, not just fire, but nuclear blast, where the elements shall melt. Okay? And it's hard to imagine, but this is what the Bible is talking about. Okay? Wherein the heavens being on fire shall be dissolved, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. That's this. Okay? All right? That's them nuclear missiles. 200 million nuclear missiles. Okay? It's not going to go well. The nukes are going to detonate. This is 3 hours ago. This is the new update. America is being fed on the mainstream media Gwyneth Paltrow and Donald Trump, while the nukes are being placed to do what? To detonate. Right? So saith the Lord. Thus saith the Lord. This is what's going to happen. Seeing then that all these things shall be dissolved. Shall be dissolved. Okay? And the elements shall melt with fervent heat. The earth also and the works there that are therein shall be burned up. Shall be. Not maybe. Maybe we can strike a peace deal. No. No. Okay. Well, what you gonna do? Well, what you gonna do? You gonna get burned up too, right? Don't niggas say shit like that? Revelation 11 and 13. In the same hour was there a great earthquake. Up, there's those nukes. And the 10th part of the city fell, and in the earthquake were slain of men 7,000. Okay, that's them nukes going off, burning everything. And 7,000 means everybody. 7 means complete. So everybody in North America was burned the hell up. Okay, but before that, well, what you gonna do? This is Revelation 11 and 12. And they heard a great voice from heaven saying unto them, come up hither. Lord willing, this is what I will be doing. And they ascended up to heaven in a cloud. You probably don't understand what that means. Okay? That's what I'll be doing, Lord willing, in that day. All right, so we'll end it right there. We hope that you were edifying your brothers and few sisters. With that, we're going to say shalom.